with our energy centres, and I'm also a writer. So I started off life as a journalist and then moved into health, and really my work now is a combination of the two. So today, what I wanted to share with you was some of the ideas about healthy aging. And when we look at healthy aging, firstly, can I ask how many therapists do we have in the room? About 20% of you, and the rest of you are laypersons, people? Okay, good. Okay, great. When we look at healthy aging, there's a lot of different routes that we can actually take today. And life today, we're living in the fast lane. You know, things are a lot more busier. Social media has taken over many of our lives. Not everybody. Some of us manage to keep a check on that. But generally speaking, everybody's waking up in the morning, getting ready for work. At the same time, they're reading their Facebook or their Twitter. And what this ends up doing is bringing more physical stress into our constitution, into our bodies. So what I wanted to look at was the idea of by restoring balance to all of our bodily functions, we can start to reverse some of the elements that cause our tissues and our organs to decay. Thank you. Thank you very much. So when I talk about healthy aging, first of all, can I just get some of the ideas of signs of aging from the audience? So if maybe some of you could share your ideas. What do you think are one of the first signs of aging? Yes, wrinkles. Thank you. I'm going to stand here. Okay. Wrinkles. Yeah? Okay, anything else? Age spots. Yeah. Age spots. Okay. Grey hair. Grey hair. Thank you. Grey hair. Saggy skin. Great. I want to add anything else there?
Loss of radiance.
Loss of radiance. Loss of radiance. Loss of radiance. Yes, and we had one more. No? Okay. Okay, I love that. I've just got a few extra ones. Loose folds on the eyelids as we started. Back circles under the eyes as well. Weak muscle tone. So we tend to get weak muscle tone. And also, yes, definitely more saggy skin around the neck of the jawline. So you might think, well, how can Ayurveda and Marma therapy, how can that actually help maintain healthy aging, reduce the signs of aging, and how can we integrate that into our practices? With massage, so massage in general, we can improve facial contour because we're actually massaging the facial muscles. So we can improve facial contour. Okay? So that's good news. But secondly, Marma therapy, which is a form of Ayurvedic treatment, focuses specifically on certain pressure points on the face. And when we massage these areas, these pressure points, we can actually start to reduce the signs of stress that may be exacerbating the skin, may be exacerbating the mind, may be creating more of a mind-body dysfunction that actually then starts to lead to unhealthy aging, that starts to lead to some of the signs that we might start to see ourselves. So Ayurvedic principles, who is familiar with Ayurveda in this group? Okay, so we've got a few. We've got the lady here at the front, over here as well. Okay. In Ayurveda, we look at the body in the sense of energy, as opposed to the Western way of looking at the body when we're looking at muscles and tissues. So the Eastern way of looking at the body, we're actually physically focusing on energy and the movement of energy and the non-restriction of energy within the body. So when we actually look at our body, we have this sense that there are three known as the chakra. Okay? The chakra, and I can see some head nods as well, so I know I'm sharing with you what you already know and hopefully bringing it to life. Chakra is simply spinning energy, spinning disc, and it's energy that circulates along your spine. So in a healthy organism, all of the energy is circulating well, it's flowing freely through the different energy centres along our spine. And also, just to give you a bit more detail, we can link the energy in our body to different emotions that we may actually feel. So here at the root, the energy here is very much linked to the safety that we feel within ourselves, within our body. The sacral chakra is related to relationships and how we embrace the relationships in our life, personal, professional, mother, daughter, family, friend, and the various different planes of relationships with regards to our family. Then you have the navel, which is at the solar plexus, and this is much more about our personality and also our willpower. So this is where we start to define our characteristics. This is the energy that we're able to share with the outside world. And because it defines our willpower, it also defines our strength. So if we're feeling a bit stuck in this area, it may show on our face in the sense that our face may feel a little bit lack of luster. We may feel a bit de-energized because actually the energy isn't circulating well in this area. Okay? Then as we move on, we have our heart chakra, which is very much about love, it's very much about compassion, it's very much about embracing relationships that have that flow, where we are feeling that we are personally growing, where we feel connected to our loved ones, to our friends, to our family. If we're struggling here, we might see more coldness in the face. We might see more coldness in the body. We might again have more of a gloomy look and less vibrancy to the actual skin's tissues. Then as we move on, we have our throat chakra. Throat, very obviously, I think, more to do with communication. So when we're communicating well, when we're having flowing relationships and conversations with our friends, with our family, this area is open. We hold our shoulders back, we keep our posture straight, we look each other in the eye, we walk down the street gracefully. We already feel the healthy glow within our face and the way that we share that with the outside world. And that's fantastic, and that's how we want to be embracing life and sharing. Now this area, if we're feeling stuck in that area, this can lead to bended back, it can lead to poor posture, it can lead to head facing down, lack of eye contact. Also, it might lead to lethargy. You know, you might have more concern wanting to go out and socialise. So there's a lack of energy in actually wanting to integrate and be part of life and be part of the journey that you're sharing and that you're part of with other people in your world and then in your outer circle and then in the planet generally. Then we come to our third eye. So this is the point here in the middle of the forehead. We have this dip here because it's actually where all the blood vessels meet. Where the blood vessels meet, we also relate this to our intuition. So as we grow as people in life's journey, as we grow through our own wisdom, through the lessons that we learn, our intuition also becomes strengthened. And as you're given the grace of greater intuition through life, again it starts to give us confidence. You start to feel skin is more glowing. There's an awareness, a general awareness that comes through knowing, through actually just simply understanding how things work, through not making the same mistakes we may have made in the past. So the more our intuition grows, the more we have this awareness within our constitutions, within our body, the more amazing we feel. There's more energy in our body. There's a chance of just wanting to leap up out of bed. When you feel like that, your hair, it might be grey, but you will have luster. You will have luster in your eyes. So there's more of a light. There's more of a sense of conviction with your work and what you're doing. There's more of a general rootedness, because actually you feel guided. Because intuition is just guiding you through life, and things are feeling fabulous, because actually there's so much synchronicity, everything just seems to fit. So here, as this area starts to manifest, and as our energy circles move, and we don't feel any blockages in that area, we personally start to get personal benefits. And from a healthy aging perspective, you will start to see that your physical presence is supported by this internal growth. Then finally, the crown chakra is all about union. So union is really the integration, we can say in layman's terms, of all of these concepts. When our energy centers are flowing freely, when we're non-restricted in our body, and actually we're not challenged in any of these areas emotionally, we start to feel a sense of satisfaction. We start to feel that actually there's a purpose to what we do, to our work. Whether it's our career, whether it's our life as a mother, there's a strong sense of gratification, of union, of everything, because there's a fulfillment. You know, we are an organism and we're constantly growing and evolving. And so as we link all of these areas and we reduce the stress levels within the nervous system, we start to get this feeling of union. This feeling of, actually, you know, I'm just where I'm meant to be, and this all feels right. And through that experience, we lessen the stress on our face. We lessen the impact of the lines on our face. And actually, through the grace of union, we feel very comfortable with ourselves. So there's an inner sense of glow that comes with the energy and the awareness. Okay? So that on a very deep level, when we massage the Marma points, our intention is to move the energy within these areas. Our intention is to help your body have a healthy flow of energy. We actually call it prana in Ayurveda. So prana literally means life force. Prana is the extension of the life force within the body, and the embodiment of this grace and this awareness as we maintain our sense of well-being. Now another energy center, as we massage the Marma points, there's another energy center that we're able to interact with as well. And that is called your nadi. You have thousands of nadis, electrical channels circulating all over your body. When we work on these centers, on these pressure points, we're actually specifically focused on 14 points. And our access to the points is through your pressure points. So you've got pressure points situated all over your body. Can anyone tell me how many pressure points from the Ayurvedic system you actually have? No.
106.
Yes. Lady gets a gift. We have to give her a gift for getting that. You've got 107 pressure points from the Ayurvedic system located all over your body. When we actually massage the face, we're working already on 18 of those points. So we're interacting with 18 pressure points, which then connect with the nadis, with the electrical pathways, and which then connect with your chakras and energize the whole of your physiology. So it's an amazing way to get this amazing free-flowing activity going on. And it's a simple process. There's no injections, you know, you haven't got to take anything unusual. It's literally working very, very simply with a little bit of oil and focusing very carefully on these specific points, knowing the junctions where these points exist, and actually understanding how to bring those points to life. So when you meet with an Ayurvedic practitioner, they're really working from a healing capacity. You know, the intention there is to take you to a deeper state of relaxation, to relax the energy system, your nervous system, so that already you start to lose the stress from your face. But the deeper perspective is to really focus on moving the energy within your body so that we can create some shifts. And the wonderful thing is when you meet with an Ayurvedic therapist, they are first going to take you through a personal diagnosis. So you'll be given the opportunity to actually share any issues or concerns that you may have, because actually by sharing that, they're able to focus very specifically on areas where there may be a blockage, there may be an area where more intention can be brought into the treatment. So the treatment is bespoke, it's completely personal to you, and it's focusing on that inner awareness, the inner physical energy that we can shift through this treatment and actually create more alignment in the body, okay? What I wanted to do was actually show you where the points are on the face as well, to really bring that to life. So, just going to draw another picture. So I firstly have to apologise. I'm not very good at drawing, so this is going to be a pretty simple face. But at least therapeutically it will show you where these points actually exist. And I'm more than happy, if you come over to the stand, I'm more than happy to actually show you, actually on your face as well, and bring that to life for you. So, we're going to have a lovely, happy, smiley person. Okay, so this is Mr. Healthy person. Actually, let's do Mr. and Ms. Healthy person. We'll keep it generic. So, you can have a go while I show you. Basically, here at the chin, you've got 2 points. If you move your mouth, if you open your mouth, you'll feel that there's a dip on each side where the jawline is. Okay? Once you've got that point, that's your first pressure points on the actual face. So you've got 2 points there. You've then got a point under the lips, so you'll feel a dip. You're always going to be able to feel a dip at these points. So under the lips, you've got a point there. Nice deep point. Next to the lips, you've also got points. Okay? Under the nose, I love this point. It's really, really nice when it's being massaged. There's something so sensitive about that point. It just gets you every time. So you've got that point there. Next to the nose, you've got dips there. So that's called your fana. That point is particularly good if you have sinus problems. So if you go and have this treatment, you've got a blocked nose, you've got a headache, just working on those points is going to help drain and clear those areas. Okay? Then we have a point here at the third eye, which I've said you'll feel the dip, and it's where the blood vessels meet. Okay? Temples. And then behind the ears, you also have a point as well, so you'll feel a bit of a dip there. So when we massage the face using the Ayurvedic principles, this is an ancient procedure. We're lifting the skin all the way through. There's a technique that I use in my facial, and I call that move a heart-shaped stretch. Because literally we stretch the skin out in a heart shape, lift all of the tissues up, and then through the process, we actually massage the Marma points. So there's different pathways where we really focus on these points. So massage to the Marma points is going to be good for the energy flow, but it's also beneficial for any problem lines that you might be experiencing or seeing the onset of. It's going to lighten the load in those areas, you can say. Okay? And just generally speaking, with this treatment, there's so much going on. You know, in just a 30-minute treatment, you're already going to start to feel relaxed, which is going to create a healthy glow to your face. But when you link that with actually everything that's happening, the changes that are happening internally, and the physiological changes that you start to benefit from over a longer period of time, you'll actually start to see all of the benefits that come with the maintenance with this treatment. And what it really, really does is it connects our mind, our body and our spirit, because ultimately what happens is you have a healthy flow of prana. So very often in our busy modern lives, everything's getting stuck up here, you know, disconnection from body and mind. So simply 30 minutes of this procedure is just going to help to start, bring this connection back into your body, start to connect the three areas, create the expansion of the energy of the life force within your body, and start to improve some of the challenges you might be feeling in some of the emotions, if you feel them unsettled and you know, you may be experiencing some challenges in life. Okay, I'm being told to wrap up now. Thank you very much. If anyone else wants to know any more, then do come over to the stand. And also, like I said, I do have a voucher if you'd like to experience the treatment in London with me myself. Okay, thank you very much. Take care.